And I'm sick again.
I'm sick of your shit. You know? You know what?
I'm sick. Sick of me too.
I'm sick of it.
See?
I'm sick of the attitude.
Stress.
I'm sick of the way you're talking about yourself, and I'm sick of, quite frankly, your voice. All right?
Alright, then I'll leave.
So how about this? How about
How about? I never finished what he was saying. Bro literally passed away
Bro.
mid sentence.
Bro said up, and away. I don't even know how I'm cold, bro. My thing doesn't even go down into the blue. Oh, I'm entering Bearzino.
There you go.
how about you get rid of that yee ass haircut? Maybe get more bitches on your dick. Better yet, maybe
Chris,
Tanisha
you
would come
don't
back
even
from
have a
that fucking doctor
haircut.
ass looking ass lawyer or whatever the fuck she's fucking with. And word. Sorry, I had to like think of that whole skit in my
And you didn't
brain.
even say it correctly.
I didn't, because I will refuse.
Is your dog water?
No, 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 no. I'm not dog water.
I keep
No.
finding sheet metal.
I found everything in the book but a truck battery.
Or just ended his life.
Chance,
Yeah.
I smell you.
You smell me?
I could
You
smell
said
you.
I can smell you.
And you know what?
Stank. Nice and good.
It smells like a smelly smell. It smells nice and
Honestly, I
smelly.
think I'd end my life if someone told me I smell like a smelly smell. I don't even think my brain could comprehend it.
You forgot that it smells nice and smelly.
My gosh, I love being
smell like the
starving.
smell that smells.
Smelly.
Stop.
Sorry. I just had to get that out of my system real quick. Sorry. So, Chance, let's talk about this new vehicle you got. What year? What make and model is it?
The 2012 Toyota Camry.
Oh, okay.
Hybrid.
Nice. Nice. And so, how are you liking that car?
It's nice. It's reliable. It's got good gas mileage.
All
I
right.
already drove it into a ditch.
And what's the gas mileage on that? If you wouldn't mind
51
telling the
miles to
viewers
the
here.
gallon.
How much was that again? I'm sorry.
I get 51.
So 51. Is that what you said? Let me see if I just heard you. 51 miles to the gallon. MPGs.
Correct.
So what you're telling me is you drive a Prius.
Well, it could be a Toyota Camry or it could be a Toyota fucking, the other one. Not the Camry, but it's the
Corolla?
Corolla.
Okay. All right. And how long have you had this vehicle?
Maybe a month.
Maybe a month. All right. All right. Well, you're a fucking liar because it's only been about, what, 2 weeks? 3 weeks? So, no, it hasn't been a fucking month. But let's get back
As
to
the
the
Toyota
subject.
interpreter.
Let's get back to the matter at hand. Just to
Okay.
the matter at hand. What kind of climates have you driven this Toyota Prius through?
Uh, like the terrain?
No, just the kind of climate. Like, have you driven it through the rain at all yet?
No,
No.
I don't really drive it.
Oh, and why is that? If you wouldn't
My
mind.
My
girlfriend drives it.
girlfriend uses it for commuting to work.
Oh man.
And what do you use to commute to work?
Her mom.
So what you're telling me is you ride her mom all the way to work.
I ride her mom's car. Yeah.
Alright, boys, I'm hopping off.
All right, good night. I'm gonna continue interrogating this guy about his Toyota Corolla.
Yep, you have fun doing that.
Thank you. So Chance,
Yes.
this Toyota Corolla that you have, does it have Bluetooth?
No.
It doesn't have Bluetooth capabilities, and it's a 2012. You said?
Correct.
Oh wow, that's outrageous. If I'm being honest with you, 2012 was the year that the iPhone 4, I believe, came out, and that had Bluetooth on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You say that.
So, would you not think that these cars that we spend so much money on should have the basic necessities, right?
I would agree with that.
Yeah. And that's what I vow to change during my presidential campaign. I vow to change the prices on these cars, and I vow to get our citizens the cars they need with the necessities they need. Vow. It's a vow. 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 It's like a promise. What's a vowel? A vowel is like an A or an O. I think an octopus has like 2 vowels in it. 3. Technically 2. But Chance,
Yeah.
what are you doing right now?
I'm currently looking for a truck battery.
Why are you looking for a truck battery?
So I can get this truck started.
Why don't you just go to a low pop server that has high loot?
Because all the servers have the same loot.
Why?
Because you can't switch. You can't switch over. You can't get the loot from one server, bring it over here.
Alright, well, you heard it here first, my loyal viewers. You cannot bring the loot over from 2 servers in DayZ. That is
Or
That is
community to
crazy.
official.
community to official. That is something that I did not know. Tattooing my leg. I'm not doing that anymore. I already did that. It literally says chillin'. Chillin'. And that is what we are doing. So, folks, if you guys have any questions for Chance about his Toyota Prius, feel free to ask now in the chat, in the comments. I will be asking Chance the most requested question. I gave you guys about 15 seconds to go ahead and get that done. And in the meantime, let's go ahead and put on some
Shut the fuck up.
smooth jazz for the viewers. just to get the mooding, you know? Just just something nice and calm. Hopefully this is this one's explicit.
It's funny, the money keep coming, I manifest it. Sing these lyrics and you'll get it. I'm the bank, come invest it. I get tracked and I have it. Money finds me attractive. I'm the type to make commas, turn a profit.
Well, alright. Thank you guys for putting all these marvelous questions into my chat. Let's just go ahead and see the one that's I see the most here, and that is Chance. Are you here with us?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you just go ahead and tell the audience hi for me real quick? Just hi with your first and last name.
I am Chance Blandon.
Chance Blandon, is that right? Well, Chance Blandon. The most requested question that I have here is why don't you drive your car?
I already kind of explained that.
And my second most requested question is, how come you won't get a PC and play with your boy Brandon on Helldivers 2?
That's really what somebody asked.
Yeah. Four
I
people
don't
asked
have
that
money.
actually. 4 people. So this tree that I'm about to chop down, it has a lot of valuable parts to it, and I've already had multiple offers on people wanting to trade for it. So if I get something that's better than my gaming PC, would my viewers be interested in a giveaway? Chance, you are one of my viewers. A giveaway of a gaming PC.
Small loan of $1 million.
Buttered sausage.
Buttered sausage.
Are we talking about buttered sausage? Because if we're talking about buttered sausage, oh, let me tell you, this buttered sausage. This buttery sausage. It's just so glazed in butter. And it's just a nice, solid, thick, girthy sausage. It's just all nice and buttery. So let's just go ahead and talk about these buttery sausages. Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about them. So what about these buttered sausages? Do you like, Chance?
They're really buttery.
What about them buttery sausages? Butter on them sausages. Oh, dude. I'm just staring at myself on the screen talking to, what is this, one person? 2 people, technically?
The streams like this that like hit the hardest, bro.
Streams like this, yeah. Is that what they say?
Streams like this.
Is that what they say?
Ask if we should start a podcast.
Should we start a podcast? Let's just go ahead and do another poll here.
Guess that we're already starting a podcast.
We're podcasting right now, brother. One love. So let's just go ahead and talk about your day-to-day life. Anything interesting happened to you today, Chance?
Yeah, I found out that I have a sleeping issue.
Like sleep apnea?
No, it's more like when I don't get sleep. I'm like when I wake up, I'm like tired. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I know what you mean.
No, I mean it's just like, you know,
So like sleep
it happens.
exhaustion?
Yeah, I have real bad sleep exhaustion,
So what you're
and
telling me, so the reason why you called in today is because you're oversleeping.
I yeah.
This is Price's 5-minute therapy. Chance, would
No,
you like
no, I'm being dead ass right now.
You being dead ass about your sleeping issues?
No, I'm saying I'll turn off all the technology around me, right?
Right.
And like there's 2 nights in a row where I did this, and it felt like it changed my life, really. I was
Really?
able to get yeah, like I went to work, I was more vibrant, I was more conversative,
Converse controversial?
controversial. Um, and I noticed that like I'm more of myself when I get like proper sleep with no technology on.
Oh, okay. So he
And
like mean just regular sleep. You know, if you just fall asleep for
yeah, like
6 to
fall
8
asleep in
hours.
the dark. Yeah, like no sound,
That's
no
crazy, dude.
background
I
music.
like
The
I
first night I found it out was when I realized I was tired after I like so the power went out and I was like, oh shit, I'm actually tired. So I like shut my eyes without doing anything on my phone or nothing, and it was like the best night of sleep I had in years.
Do you know what you should do? Do you know what my professional prescription would be for your issue?
Well,
I could write you a doctor's note too if you need it for your for work. I am a licensed 5-minute therapist. Uh, what I would prescribe is a nice, 5 to 7 day, outing in the woods. Camping, no electronics. Somewhere completely remote. You know, and just get like a nice little like electronic cleanse. I think that would
I
suffice. I feel like that
I
would
think
doing that would just reset you. You would get reset. It's a nice little reset, if you will.
I would agree with that 100% if I didn't also have like sleeping issues.
Sleeping issues.
Like like I don't know, man, my fucking I'll like stop breathing in the middle of the night or something. Like
So like sleep
I actually
apnea.
yeah, like I actually have some weird shit that
So you,
happens
you
when I
have
sleep.
like sleep apnea. Do you
Guess so.
have you had a sleep study done, or you just fucking go and sleep in a fucking scientific building for the night, or like 2 nights or something? I don't know.
No.
They do
No.
that. I think there's one where you could get paid for it, and they'll kind of help you. They'll give you some like weird drugs, but you also get paid,
Dude, I feel
and it
like that
might
would
help.
make it worse on me.
How?
Like my whole issue is like
Okay.
I don't
How
know,
about
but I
this?
think anxiety causes me to like start overthinking when I actually start to shut my eyes and try to actually go to sleep. Anxiety is what
I don't
it's
think
not even like
I don't think it's
overthinking.
the anxiety. I think it's the fact that so a lot of people this day and age, all right? So let me tell you something. A lot of people in this day and age, this is an actual proven study that I did myself with my 5-minute therapy licensing, right? Um
Right?
what were we talking about? I completely spaced.
Sleeping.
Oh yeah, sleeping. What about sleeping?
How you had a 5-minute therapy license?
No, that's not. Fuck, dude. I completely forgot what I was talking about. Oh shit. What were we
Sleep
talking
apnea.
about? Sleep apnea. What else?
They're talking about how you did ayahuasca.
What? Who the fuck eats
No,
ayahuasca?
you said that there was this proven study that like nowadays people have some specific. Oh, you stopped right after that. But I was saying that like my anxiety takes over when.
Oh, yeah, no, now I remember. So this is a proven thing, right, that a lot of adults have, right? It's where they're so busy throughout the day and like they're just constantly needed by somebody, right? Somebody always needs them and they're always getting called on. That at night they believe that that's the only free time, like me time, like I guess that they have. So they instead of using it to sleep like we should, instead we'll stay up and enjoy our time awake to ourselves. You know, it's like me time, time that I could actually like take to myself without getting any kind of interruptions. That's actually something that like a lot of adults deal with, I guess, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah. So
because
like I feel like that's it, you know, you're just so busy throughout the day that at night you're just like, fuck dude, I got this free time now. I could actually do shit.
yeah, I think you hit it on the head with this one. I think you're pretty spot on.
Yeah.
Kind of what it
Cause you were
looks
saying
like.
it's not like anxiety, you know, you're not like thinking about like weird shit. It's just like the fact that you're gonna go to sleep. You're ending the day
Yes,
off.
yes,
Yeah, I fucking do that shit all the time, you know. That's why I'm awake at 1:08 a.m. talking to you like it's a fucking podcast and acting like it's 5-minute therapy.
so we're both. I mean, look, I see people all the time like they're able to go to sleep with no like nothing like nothing. Like my girlfriend does it. Like
Have you
it's
ever
just
tried
I've always
melatonin?
wanted to do that. Of course, I've tried everything. It gives me more anxiety.
Have you
I think.
tried smoking weed?
Yes, and it started my anxiety.
Hmm.
Started this whole anxiety that I have, where
I
I
wouldn't.
can
I
have
don't
a
think it's like the. How could weed start that? I don't think it was because of the
just
weed
reclaim.
that made you start sleeping weird.
It made it
Nah, you
changed my
fucking
life.
you smoke spice. I remember this story. You didn't fucking smoke weed. You smoked spice and got all fucking
Yeah, I'll give
tripped
you know what
out.
you know what. I'll give you the whole story right now if you want to fucking hear it.
I
Right?
know the story. You and Riley were
Sit back and
fucking
listen.
smoking weed or some shit and
That's not
fucking
when I
started
stopped
tripping.
smoking. You fuck.
Oh, all right. Then tell me. I'm gonna sit
So
back and listen.
I was hanging out with fucking Jordan and a couple of their friends I wasn't too familiar with. They all loved listening to like hardcore rock music, and I was kind of new to that whole realm of people, and I was kind of getting into it. You know, I was starting to be some like little punk kid, right? And this was after I moved to Albuquerque, and I started hanging out with them, smoking with them, doing
Yeah.
edibles, smoking every day. And this one day, I remember out of nowhere, like the the there was like so I have obviously I'm bigger, you know what I'm saying? I have jelly rolls, right? I'm really stoned this one day,
Right.
and I'm sitting in the backseat of this car, and it's just got this off vibe to it.
Oh, I hate that. I fucking
And
hate that. And you feel like you can't leave. You can't say anything either.
you can't leave. You
Because
can't
if you
say
say
anything.
something, then like you feel like you're being rude, and then it just throws off the other people's vibe. So you just kind of deal with it.
It was just this odd vibe to it. Like before that, like I don't know. It was just, I feel like all my life moments had led up to like a big burst that I'm about to tell you. It's like I've done multiple like crazy drugs like spice like that. Those experiences, like I thought my fingers were actually melting off, and I thought like the world was coming to an end and shit like that. All that kind of set it. All that kind of exploded in this one moment. So I'm in the back of this car, and I'm driving, and like my stomach, while I'm super stoned after smoking reclaim, my stomach does some fucking weird like thing where like it felt like a pop in my stomach, but it was just like it was me like sitting at a weird angle, and it was just like my fat rolling out or something. But at the time, it felt like I was like I had shortness of breath. I had like been watching videos about what it was like to experience like cancer and stuff like that, and I was I felt like I had this, I don't know, a problem in my stomach where like it might have like split open. Right? I didn't tell anybody this story. I I I felt like my stomach had split open. Like my rib cage might have hit my stomach at a weird angle. And like I started getting really hot. I started getting like the worst of the worst, like not anxiety at the time, but it was like a bad trip almost. Started like it felt like the world was crumbling down on top of me.
Oh
Um,
shit.
and it was really hard to like tell the people that I was in the car with that I'm going through this, that I think I'm actually fucking like dying. This is like the first time that any of this experience happened to me while I was on weed. Didn't think it would happen, so it just all led to me thinking that I was actually dying. And anyway, so I we ended up getting to the place, and like after all this shit is happening, I ended up like telling everybody like, dude, like I actually think I'm dying. Like I'm actually like this and that, like all the whole spiel, like somebody going through a bad weed trip, like my heart's pounding, like I'm feeling dizzy at this point, like the symptoms are getting worse. And I'm overheating and everything like that out of nowhere. Like I would have never expected it. And we end up calling the ambulance. The ambulance comes and all that, and then I come down from that high, and I for the longest couple of months, man, I didn't think it went away. Like I kept looking at my stomach and like looking down, and like I would try to explain to people like I don't feel right. There's something's off about me. I don't feel right. Like for months and months, and I would look down at my stomach, and every day it would get worse and worse. Like something was like wrong. Like I don't know, maybe it was a placebo, but it felt like it was getting worse and worse.
Are you
Like I
sure
had like a
like it was weed? Like it wasn't laced with something? Cause like that sounds like an acid trip, like a bad acid trip. That's exactly what that sounds like. Especially like the lingering effects afterwards. That's exactly what happened to me
I
whenever
don't
I did like
know.
LSD and shit. Cause that.
I saw him scrape the fucking thing
Oh
and
shit, dude.
scrape the fucking the reclaim out of the bong and then put it on the stick.
So, does this dude do like hallucinogens and all of that?
I
Like this
I
dude, this
was
guy? Not
I
you,
was
but
on
this
his
guy.
I was
I know.
110% on marijuana. I was
No,
definitely
no, no, no.
smoking
No,
weed.
like, I'm asking you, does this dude do hallucinogens? Specifically, has he done
Probably.
DMT
Yeah,
before?
we did coke together. We did all like different types of drugs. Yeah, he's probably done a various
Because
amount of.
a way to do DMT and a way to do all, like, some of these other hallucinogens is to smoke it. You could smoke it on top of a bowl. It's like you could put it on top of a bowl, like DMT, especially like in its crystal form. You could put it on top of a bowl like it's wax, and then smoke it out of there. And then that weed with that DMT mixture that got resonated and stuck into the bowl. That is a potential aspect that could have happened.
Right. I mean, but it was
And then
this.
even
It was
then,
this.
even like other things, whenever I was, how old were you guys?
I was probably 16.
This guy, around
Actually,
the
I was
same
probably
age.
17, 18.
This guy's probably around the same age.
No, everybody was much, much older than me, like 20 to 30.
20 to 30, that shit's crazy. But whenever I was doing all kinds of drugs and shit like that, dude, I was fucking doing weird shit. I fucking crushed up a Xanax and put it on top of a bowl of smoke.
Yeah.
So,
I
you
mean, it
don't
was
know,
just,
and that,
it
especially
was
in that
everlasting,
scenario.
though, which is
But
weird.
that's
And
the thing. That's the
it
thing
made
with
me
those
self-aware,
hallucinogens,
though.
especially
Like,
since
it,
you had a
I mean,
bad trip. You said yourself that you had bad vibes. It was weird vibes. That was like the first thing that let me know, like, oh shit, this dude probably had a fucking bad trip, is because weird vibes. That's a fucking trippy word. That's a tripper term, That's, you really only sense that, like, yeah, you have it whenever like you're high, but you really sense like weird and fucking weird vibes, and then you go into that weird feeling, that weird state of like how you describes
being
like
able to talk.
not being able to talk. You feel like you're not in your body almost.
Yeah.
That sounds like a trip, like you tripped on something. You took a trip. That's what it sounds like. It doesn't sound like any kind of weed experience that you'll take.
You could be right. You definitely could. I'm not saying you're wrong.
I
But
am
for it to ever no
58%
yeah
positive.
no yeah you're probably dead on. I'm not saying anything about it, but I noticed like in the past too, like I act really weird on weed. Like when I smoke, I'm like a fucking different person. I don't know if that makes sense, but like anyway, it was um it was everlasting, and it made me like always caring about my stomach and stuff. Like made me self-aware. Like I don't think there's anything wrong with me anymore because I'm still here, fucking 3 years later. But made me a lot more self-aware about what's going on in like interior inside of my body. And I tried smoking weed again after that and just had
No, no,
the
no, no,
weirdest
no, no. Let me tell
experience.
you. Let me tell you. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let
Uh,
me tell you something. So you know how I did like a lot of acid back in the day, a lot of
mm-hmm.
LSD, and back in the day, whenever, I don't know if you remember how I used to be at Moriarty, but I was like fucking really outgoing. I was like a fucking crazy, had full of confidence and all of that. I don't know if you
Mm-hmm.
recall. Um, but after I started taking, acid and all of that, and I fucking took one trip, which was a bad trip because of the people I was around. They had bad, like weird vibes. Not bad, but it was because they were my friends. I hung out with them before, but just weird vibes because they're just not on the same level, I guess. Same
Are we?
wavelength. Now this was on acid, right? This was
So
LSD.
do you think we're on the same wavelength? Like you could do some crazy shit around me?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. But this scenario, right? It was not. It wasn't necessarily
No
like
bueno.
them. It was the fact that we were at a friend's house and we couldn't be loud, and apparently I was being too loud, and everybody was like, "Yo, you need to shut up. You're being too loud. Shut the fuck up. You're gonna get us in trouble." And that just sent me down a spiral of just like inner thought and inner emotion, like how I am
Yeah.
towards everybody, and just
Yeah.
a fucking spiral. And it's called a thing called ego death, where I literally had an out of body experience. In this trip, because I took 3,500 UGs, and I don't know if you know anything about LSD, but 3,500 UGs is 35 times the normal tripping dose because 100 UGs is a tripping dose. So it took 35 times the normal amount that you're supposed to. And I fucking saw everything. I saw the answer to life. I saw the meaning of life. You know, I saw the ending, the beginning. I saw fucking the next life. It was fucking insane. And every time I try to explain it or say it to somebody, I would just start laughing. I would just start fucking laughing hysterically. And then after that, dude, I just kept on going into this weird, deep spiral. And then after I came out of that trip, it was like a 36-hour trip. I was like that for 36 hours because I took so much of it.
Wait,
After that, what?
we should save all of this material for our first podcast.
I'm already recording on stream.
Oh, you're not recording right now, are you?
I'm on live stream.
Oh my god. Can you clip the whole thing?
Yeah, I could download the whole thing too.
That's awesome. Okay.
But, you know, also there's only like one person. Actually, earlier there's 6 people in the
person's
chat.
probably tripping balls right now. What the fuck am I listening?
What the fuck? But yeah, nah. After that, I was tripping for 36 hours straight, literally 36 hours nonstop awake. I did not fall asleep for 36 hours. It was insane. And after that, for literally, because that was whenever I was 16, I'm pretty sure. No, I was 17, because, you know, it was my junior year homecoming. So I was 17 years old. And I fucking did that shit. And for literally 2 years after that, I was not the same person. Like, who I am today versus who I was, like, is not the same at all. At all. I had so much anxiety, even after smoking, because I would smoke weed, and then smoking weed would trigger another trip, like, almost like a re-trip. You know, it would trigger it again, and I would not fuck with it.
Yeah.
Literally, it would trigger the whole thing.
Though.
Like, the wavies and everything. Like, it would trigger it all. But yeah, I got over it. You know, I was like, fuck it, dude. This is fucking bullshit. Yeah, it's not real. None of it's real. You know, honestly, how I got over it is just, you know, understanding life. This is, honestly, if I'm being honest with you, none of this is real. None of this matters. This is just the first, like, one stop on our continuous journey in my beliefs, you know. I believe that what goes on here and our actions here does have an effect, but it's really about our mental state. This is a trial for our mental state, our mental psyche, you know, because think about it, right? The earth has how many different species of animals that all have physical bodies and all have brains, but they don't have a consciousness? And you're going to tell me that this isn't just another step for the humans to just step forward, you know, in that cycle, in that process? Like, this is just not another step of the way. Like, that's just what I think, you know? It's just a continuous cycle of rebirth. Because this world now versus the world in 26 AD. The fuck? Fucking out here slingshotting giants and shit. And we're over here with the fucking F-22 Raptor that we built in the fucking 80s. I'm sorry, I'm going off on a tangent, but have you thought about that?
But you got over it. I also try to get over it too, man. I really did. I tried to get over all the anxiety. I tried to say it wasn't real. But then, like, I started having, like, you know, like, just problems, like, internally with me, like, it was just, like, anything I did, I was so timid, and I was so, like, right now, like, you probably wouldn't be able to tell, but I have severe health anxiety. Like, it's a real thing if you like, look it up. If it's actually, like, one of the worst anxieties that you could possibly have. And it, like, you can there's this thing where you can create your own uh, problems for yourself. Like you can almost think it into existence. Where like if you're thinking about it too much, it doesn't even have to be thinking about it
It's
too
not the
much. But if you're
fact. I
thinking
know
it,
exactly what you're talking about. It's not the fact that you're thinking about it too much. It's just that it, it's the fact that that's the only thing you're thinking about. So that's the only thing you're gonna see.
right?
So if that's the
So
only thing that you're thinking about and that's the only thing that you're able to see, then that's your answer right there. It's not that you're thinking it into existence. It's the fact that you're thinking about it so much that you can't see anything else but that. And I know exactly
right,
what you're talking about because I've been there, Trust me, I know exactly what you're talking about, it's just what it is. Your brain is a very strong concept. It's a very strong thing. It could make you see things, can make you think things that aren't true, that aren't there. That's another thing. It's just about understanding mental issues like schizophrenia, right?
yeah. I mean, well, it doesn't help when like people are like, yeah, so we're only beings. Like nothing's connected to me, keeping me alive. You know, I have to like breathe on my own. I have to eat on my own. I have to drink on my own. I have to do everything to keep this fucking body alive. And at any moment, you know, that could all just come to an end, like randomly. And maybe I do need an ego death. I don't even think I need an ego death. I think I just need a like a I don't know. Maybe it is an ego death, but it. I wish that somebody could go into my brain and pick that one string out or one whatever that is that anxiety that I've had and that I've built up over this time period and just rip it out and so I'll never have it again because before I had this anxiety, life was so vibrant. Life was so I didn't care about getting hurt. I didn't care about anything, bro. I didn't like I was myself every single day. I was like on top of my game, like no matter what. It
So
was just I was 150% myself at all times, and it's just like
the
this
only
anxiety is
thing
crippling.
the only thing that an
I
ego
can't focus
death
on it so much.
the only thing that an ego death will do to help with this is just prove to yourself that you need to change it. You know?
Yeah,
That's the only thing that it'll do, and the only thing that it will do is just continuously help you to remind you to change it. You know?
yeah,
But other than that, that's it. You already know your base issue. You already know, ways to deal with it. It's the only thing is just putting it into effect, really. And I know that's a lot harder or easier said than done. But at the end of the day, mind over matter. You know, you said it. You said earlier, placebo effect. That's mind over matter. That's really what it boils down to. And mind over matter. If your psyche is strong enough to bear through it, fucking bear through it, knuckle down. And if you need that little kick in the ass with some fucking, you know, trippy dippy LSD, then you need that little extra kick in the ass. But I'm gonna tell you right now, that little extra kick in the ass is gonna fucking drive you, and it's gonna push your mental limits.
hold on, Price.
Okay. You guys thought I froze, huh? Oh, that's great. That's great. Ah. It's like that one clip from Guardians of the Galaxy. If I stand perfectly still, they won't see me. Yeah, got you guys. I don't know if you saw, but I started off here, and I moved down, 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 very slowly, because I mastered the art of standing perfectly still. Ooh, I mastered it, mastered it. I could do it to where only my jaw moves and nothing else. That is weird. I don't like the way that looks. I don't like it. But I can't stop doing it. And I don't know why. Nonetheless, we are here. Autobots, if you can hear this message.
Yeah, I'm here.
What?
Back.
Hello.
The craziest shit just happened to me in DayZ.
Did you find your truck battery?
No, I fucking found 2 people in a shed,
2 people in a
and
shed?
they're a part of our alliance. I opened the shed and there's just 2 guys sitting in there, and then I close the door, run around back and try to wall bang the fuck out of them.
Bang, bang.
And I went into game chat and I was like, hey, who are you guys? Who the fuck are you guys? Who's your team? Who's your team? And then they come into game chat and they're like, Chance? Like, what the fuck are you guys doing out here? You guys almost I fucking killed both of you. That was wild. Okay. I'm sorry.
You're
That
okay.
was the scariest thing I've ever fucking experienced in my life.
You're all good.
My heart's pumping.
Bumping.
Heart's racing.
It's racing there, bud.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck.
But yeah, dude.
Let's move this on closer over here so I don't have to keep on slouching, you know what I'm saying?
I think you were like pretty fucking spot on with 99% of the things you said.
I'm pretty smart whenever I need
Like,
to be.
It helped. I think a lot, but I don't. I think I want to try microdosing on mushrooms.
I have some.
I think I want to try it.
A
'Cause
microdose
I've heard it's
is
I heard
very
it's
good.
a good repair for the brain.
I wouldn't
don't know if
necessarily say that. Honestly, a microdose kind of sucks because it honestly leaves you feeling really, really good because it takes away all the anxiety. But whenever you come back, like whenever whenever you come down from it, it's just all that you wish to get back to that feeling. You want to get back to not having that anxiety anymore. That's how I am anyways. That's how I was with the microdoses. Because I was microdosing for like 2 or 3 months. And it honestly helped a lot, especially with my anxiety. It's just after each one, I would just be like, fuck, dude, I know this is coming to an end. This is coming to an end now. And it just leaves you wanting more and more. And then if you take more, then you can't microdose anymore. Because then you started building up a tolerance.
I just wonder what life it was, you know, what it would be like again without all of that anxiety. I wonder what it would be like. So there's been this time where I had an anxiety attack. I had heart palpitations. I had been staying up way too late. I had drinking a lot of caffeine, and that triggers it a lot.
Yeah.
When I had panic attacks, and I did that once, and I had like a really bad fucking anxiety attack off of caffeine. That's why I don't drink coffee, caffeine. Um, but yeah, it all came down on me. Like I've handled really bad anxiety attacks like that before, and I just want like I almost think that it's worth it if I could get 20 minutes of just being normal again. you know. And there's nothing fucked up with me in the head. It's just like I can't do regular people things like fucking jump off a two-story building and land and hurt my leg and feel like I'm okay. You know, I want to be able to fucking jump off two-story buildings and land and kind of hurt my leg, not like break it, but like sprain it almost, and not feel like I'm gonna fucking my leg's gonna fall off. You know what I mean?
No, no, I don't. No, I've never been there.
Well, it's not.
No,
I'm glad it's nothing like.
yeah,
Mm,
no, bodily injury for me has never been an issue. Because again, my belief is this physical realm is just temporary. I also believe in like fate, I guess. You know, like if it happens, it happens. Not necessarily fate. It's just it is what it is. That it is what it is mindset. That's a generalized term for it, but at the base value, it happened. What can I do about it now? Can I do anything about it now? If so, what are my options to do about it? Because I can't change the fact that it happened. That shit happened. It is what it is. The only thing I can focus on now is my next options, my next steps. There's no need
yeah.
to think about the what ifs because what ifs is just what ifs. It's not a real thought. What if is just a passing thought. Here's a trick that I could give to you. If a what if statement ever comes into your brain, right? Instead of thinking about it, try to think of it as a cloud, right? You know how whenever you're laying down looking up at the clouds just kind of float a lot like across the sky. They never just
Yeah.
stay there. They kind of just float across the sky. Think of it as a cloud, as it just floats through your mind, in one ear out the other, because that's all what a statement is. What if
Yeah.
I won $1 million right now? What if I opened my bank account and there's fucking 20 G's in there? All right, cool. Then there's 20 G's in there. What am I going to do with it then? What is the next steps? Because now there's 20 G's in my account. Okay, cool. Now what? That's all it is. It's just what if. So you're just thinking about that one scenario when in reality, you could be thinking about all these millions of other scenarios when it doesn't matter. The only scenario that matters is the next ones that you're taking, your next steps.
Yeah. I can't worry about what will happen. I don't dwell on what could happen, but focus on what like I mean not you don't even have to focus on a certain thing, but like you can just live better like that. Yeah.
Here's an actual saying if you want to like a good saying. Focus, like, change what you can control. Focus on what you can change. Or not, fuck. I'm sorry. I'm fucking it up.
I know what quote you're talking about.
Yeah, it's focus on the things that you can change, and if you can't change it, then don't focus on it. Because if you can't change it, then what's the point of focusing on it?
Right.
There's nothing you could do to change the fact, and that's every single thing that has happened in the past. The thing we just talked about fucking 20 seconds ago, that's set in stone. We can't change that. You can't erase that from my memory. You can't erase it from the people watching its memory. You can't erase that. That's set in stone. You can't change it. So there's no need to focus on it because it's gone. It's gone with the moment. We're in the present now. We're talking about something else almost, It's not the same words.
Yeah. No, yeah, I agree. Um, but other than that, I'm pretty fucking like other than all that bullshit that's happening, like my anxiety and shit, it's just anxiety, I know that. But other than that, like, I'm pretty set, pretty good. Feel great. Feel fucking, feel like, I'm 90% back to my full self, and it's just, I don't know. Like, I'm good where I'm at right now.
Oh yeah, dude.
You
That's
know?
good. That's a good thing to focus on.
I'm not like I'm kind of at a stalemate in my life though. Like
All right.
just
Well,
fucking chilling here.
yeah. So, okay,
I mean,
chill. Something bad to just chill.
should be chilling in Cedar Rapids sometimes.
Yeah, that's all you gotta do is just chill and see the Rapids. There's no need to
But
rush things, man.
no,
You just gotta
it
fucking,
everything's fucking great, bro.
of course, continue doing your thing, continue doing what you're doing, but at the same time, there's no need to like try to rush anything, try to change anything up. Just again, continue what you can continue, change what you can, control what you can control.
Hell yeah.
Words to live by. Yup. Fun
Okay,
facts.
podcast. It
Fun.
was a great. It was a great episode 1.
Great episode 1 of just chatting. To the
Words with
people watching.
priceless words.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions real quick before we cut the channel, feel free to ask. If not, it is getting pretty late. It is now what, 2?
Yeah, I've been looking for a truck battery for so long.
Yeah, it is 1:45 in the morning. So I believe it
That's
is.
not terrible.
It's not like terrible, but I also kind of want to go lay in
It's
bed
definitely
and watch
bedtime.
TV. Yeah, I want to watch
Yeah,
something
right?
for a
Isn't that a
little
vibe
bit.
right now?
Yup, exactly.
Fuck.
Some regular show,
You
dog.
got snacks or something?
Yeah, I fucking
Yeah.
skateboarded to Walmart today.
Ooh, buddy.
Yeah. Ooh,
Can I get you
buddy.
some
But hey,
bicycle?
good night. Also, yeah, true. You right. That would be cool. I'm actually getting a car here soon, so.
That would be fire. Are you getting off Marketplace?
No, my dad. I'm buying it off of him. He's gonna sell it anyways. He got my mom
Which
a new
one?
car.
The Fiat?
No, the Subi.
Ooh.
Yeah, his little dyke car, the Subi Outback.
What about your brother's Mitsubishi?
That shit's fucked. Do you
No,
not
is
remember?
it? Needs new training?
Yeah, it's like needs a completely new tranny, and so my dad gave it to my other brother so he could work on it. Cause I didn't have the time to work on it, and I don't have the resources to work on it either. So.
Correct.
Yeah. But again, thank you guys for watching. Please, if you're watching, follow me. I'll give you a kiss. That was just a little sample of what could be. Right, good night, y'all. Night, Chance.
Good night, man.
Hit you up tomorrow for part trace, leches, cake.
Yeah.
Alright, later. Night.
All right.